our Integris cam blowing at the flags out the front, and that's going to be a similar story all through the state. We got clear skies, a lot of sunshine, but the fall feel definitely here. Let's take a look now at your future wind gusts. This is a similar graphic from yesterday. However, you'll notice the wind direction completely different. They're from the northwest, a little bit cooler feeling, and gusting up to 30-35 miles per hour. So there's that front. Behind it, mid-low 50s. We even have some 40s in the panhandle and wind chills in the 40s in the panhandle as well. The winds are still strong behind it. 43, the most recent gust in Lawton. We got 30s, 40s behind that front. It's going to make it feel a little bit chillier. Mid-upper 60s for highs today and tomorrow. I think we're waking up feeling like the 20s and 30s across the state. I'll have your full forecast coming up. Great stuff
that
there.
was so cool. Hannah, did you know they do the hand shakes now?
Every time I try to do a fun handshake, I mess up. So.
Yeah,
and the selfie. Problem. You got to get that camera just right.
They all did a great job, especially under pressure where they're like, I have to get it right. I'm on TV right now. Man, I would have messed that up so bad. If you're heading outdoors right now, grab the jacket. It's going to be a little bit on the cooler side, especially compared to yesterday. We're 5, 10, 15, close to even 20 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. All through our Lucky Star Skycam network, looking good though. Lots of sunshine. You can see the camera shaking around. The wind definitely still with us. Let's take a look now at the map. We had a cold front blow through overnight that did spark off storms out ahead of it. None of that was severe, but friends in the South Metro definitely woke up to a little bit of thunder and lightning overnight tonight. They were rocking and rolling as they moved through the South Metro and dumped quite a bit of rain, close to an inch in Moore, 2 inches in Harrah, 2 for Stroud, close to 2 up in Tulsa as well. And all of this, a very thin line of people actually seeing the rain. North Metro got nothing, didn't even see a raindrop. But out of this, a couple people saw some good rain, and most people really have seen the wind from this system though. So the rain's a little story, wind a big story. These are wind gusts from yesterday, gusting upwards of 50 miles per hour in the panhandle. People seeing blowing dust there. Northwest Oklahoma seeing mid-upper 40-mile-per-hour gusts. Oklahoma City at 40. And this is from today, still seeing that wind blowing and going all through northwest Oklahoma, southwest Oklahoma, through central, and continuing on to northeast Oklahoma as well. That's going to stick with us today. So there's a wind advisory, gusts up to 45 miles per hour in northwest Oklahoma and in the panhandle as well. That sets us up for a moderate fire danger. I think the highest fire danger is going to be in southwest Oklahoma, where we have the highest drought conditions, but winds are going to be gusting 25 to 45 miles per hour all day long today. Just throw your hair up in a ponytail. Don't even worry about doing it, because if you walk outside, it's going to get messed up no matter what. This weekend looks great, very fall-like. Anything you want to do outside, it's going to be nice, especially during the daytime hours. We're in the mid-60s, a little bit chillier in the overnight hours, but still just the fall feel that we've all been waiting for. 54 degrees. Your current temperature, winds from the northwest at 23 miles per hour. The gusts up to 34. You can see the winds blowing around our Integris cam there. This is your 24-hour temperature change. 10 to 15 to close to 20 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. And that's going to be the trend all day long today, as temperatures only get into the mid and upper 60s. There are your current temperatures, mid, low 50s, upper 40s in the panhandle. The winds, which will be sticking with us all day long, gusting up to 40 miles per hour in spots. 67 your high temperature in Oklahoma City. We got 65 in Clinton, 68 in Hobart, 70s in southwest Oklahoma, and only topping out in the 50s in northwest Oklahoma and the panhandle. Overnight tonight, mid, upper 40s, but the wind is going to be still a factor for us. I think it'll be up to 25 miles per hour in spots, so it'll feel like the 20s and the 30s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we are back in the 60s, so a very fall feel all through the weekend and into next week. Your 9-day forecast This is the extended period of fall-like temperatures that we have been waiting for, not getting back into the 80s.
Caught your eye.
I'm doing good. And so Andrew Adams last night was at the Chiefs game.
Okay.
My sister was there. So my sister went with her granddaughter, but she didn't tell me Taylor was there, so I'm missing out. I got to keep up with Andrew. Okay.
Okay, guys, this Oklahoma boy caught my eye because he gets I love Oklahoma outdoors, hunting and fishing. I thought, Traeger, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Does his dad do it or does his barber do it?
I think the barber does it, yeah.
Okay, can I ask you something? Was Traeger on Western doing any turkey hunting recently?
No, but he should go there to find one, apparently.
Oh my gosh, this is the craziest story. Apparently, this turkey is causing commotion in southwest Oklahoma City. This is what caught my eye, near Southwest 119th and Western. Take a look. It was hilarious.
Give him a name.
Kid running and looking back.
Turkeys are scary.
Traeger's a turkey hunter too. Traeger just needs to come to Oklahoma City and take care of that for us.
Help us out, Traeger. All right, we have more stories headed your way this morning, including...
Thanks for staying with us here on News 9. It's now 9:30. Good morning again. I'm Robin Marsh.
I'm Lacey Lowry. It's Friday. We call it Fry-yay around here. Friday the 13th, too.
Ooh.
Spooky.
People have been behaving today.
Feeling like fall, though.
They need to be, right?
They do. They need to be on the lookout for anything. It's also October, so that just adds another layer to it. It's a spooky month. We're finally in fall.
Yes, it feels like it.
Yeah, it finally feels like it. No more...
On the Eagles at 7 o'clock.
Plus, it is homecoming for Del City as well.
Our Jordan Ryan is weather-wise. You'll definitely need to be prepared, Hannah.
Guys, it feels like football weather now. It's a little bit cooler overnight, especially. You're going to need the jacket and the blankets, things like that for Friday night football, especially with that wind. It's going to be making it feel even colder once the sun goes away. This is a look at a couple of our cameras on our Lucky Star Skycam network. You can see the wind blowing and going there. On our Integris cam, we got clear skies, lots of sunshine. We did have a cold front move through last night. Let's take a look at the map. The cold front still pushing through the state. We have some lingering cloud cover in eastern Oklahoma because of it, but the rain is all gone. Some people did wake up to that thunder and lightning in the South Metro. We got some rain totals pretty good, about 1 to 2 inches in spots, about 1 inch in Moore, 1.5 in Chandler, 2 inches in Hara, close to 2 near just to the south and east of Tuttle. But it was a very thin line of people who actually saw the rain. Most people, the impact from this system has been about the wind. You've been noticing it for the past few days. Today, the direction is different, but the strength is pretty much the same, gusts to 45 miles per hour. And so we do have a wind advisory out for northwest Oklahoma, the Panhandle. This sets us up for another fire danger day. It's moderate, so not quite as high as we were yesterday, but definitely still a day to be aware of that. If you are heading out the door this Saturday to see the annular solar eclipse, good news, things look good. I think we're going to be mostly sunny, which is exactly what you want. You don't really care about the temperatures. I mean, you do want it to be comfortable, but the main thing is that you want to be able to see the sun and not have the clouds in the way. And I think that is what we're going to see on Saturday. So good news for those who want to go outside and take a look. And of course, don't forget your eye protection. The cooler air, it's here and it's here to stay now. We're not seeing a big uptick in temperatures next week. We do get back into the 70s, but that's around average for this time of year. So no more big jumps into the 80s and 90s. We have had people in the 90s the past few days, not seeing that show up anymore. The cooler air really does settle in place as that area of low pressure pulls away from us. We stick with the winds from the north and it keeps us chilly. When it starts to warm up just a touch before we see our next system move through, and that next system looks like it could bring us more rain. So this one that we just had was mostly about the wind, mostly about the cool down. This next one, we're hoping for some higher rain chances. So we're tracking that for the middle of the week next week. But for now, just dealing with the wind and enjoying the cooler temperatures. 54 degrees, your current temperature on our Integris cam. Most recent wind gusts to 34 miles per hour at Will Rogers. There's your temperatures all through the state, mid-upper 50s along and to the west of I-35. A couple 40s still hanging on in the Panhandle. Meanwhile, to the east of that, seeing 60s and some 70s still. There's your winds. They are continuing to blow. It's a day where you don't got to watch your car doors, things like that. Could see trash cans blowing around, winds gusting up to 40, 45 miles per hour. We've got a 47 down in Lawton most recently and only getting into the mid and upper 60s 40s for your highs for most people, staying even in the 50s in the northwestern portion of the state, but much cooler feel for today. Overnight tonight, dropping in the mid-low 40s, upper 30s with the wind tomorrow. I think we wake up feeling like the 30s widespread across the state. Some people may be even feeling like the 20s for the morning tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, 64, our high temperature, and there's your future wind chill for Saturday morning, feeling like the low 30s, and some people even dropping into what feels like the upper.
The first person in a century to harvest an Oklahoma black bear using primitive archery equipment that he made entirely himself. This is
In the way of cloud cover, but of course, remember those glasses, guys.
It's like a 3-hour